Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Firstly, I do not run a drama or controversy channel, but I do cover Star Citizen news, warts and all. All of these things that I'm about to talk about are my opinions, or based on information discerned from a document on Scribed, as well as Massively OP's article entitled Crytek sues Star Citizen developer Cloud Imperium alleging copyright infringement. Check all those sources out yourself too, I will link them below. A document detailing a filing of a complaint from Crytek against CIG appeared on Reddit and various news sites. This is very much Crytek's side and their story. So Crytek alleges that they had an agreement with CIG and invested significant time and expense in creating impressive demos and proof of concepts that were used to persuade the public to contribute financially to Star Citizen's crowdfunding campaign. As a direct result of Crytek's efforts, over $150 million was raised, and further to that, in November 2012, the two companies formalised their relationship by entering into a GLA, a game license agreement, where CIG had promised, apparently, to use the CryEngine exclusively to develop their game, to promote the CryEngine, to collaborate with Crytek on development with CryEngine, and to protect the CryEngine IP. And it appears that Crytek looked to sue CIG for a few things. 1. Breaking their promise to exclusively use CryEngine for Star Citizen, as they've moved over to the Lumberyard Engine. 2. Developing a separate CryEngine game without permission. Squadron 42 was apparently not included in their exclusive one-game agreement. 3. Not displaying Crytek trademarks and copyright notices on splash screens and throughout the game, as these were removed when CIG moved fully over to the Lumberyard Engine. 4. Not collaborating with Crytek on bug fixing and optimizing the CryEngine. CIG were apparently supposed to annually provide updates to any of the CryEngine source code that they changed. And finally, 5. Disclosing CryEngine technology to third parties without permission. Crytek basically there claimed that Star Citizen's video series, Bug Smashers, showed the fixing of bugs and contained excerpts of confidential CryEngine information. It's also claimed that Faceware Technologies, developers of face-over IP tech for Star Citizen, should not have been privy to the Crytek source code or CryEngine source code either. To me, this looks pretty simple though. Either CIG has an agreement with Crytek covering some or all of these points, or they don't. Other things may be at play here as well, with CIG's move over to Lumberyard and reportedly Crytek having gone months without paying some of its employees previously to avoid bankruptcy, and even Amazon's purchase of the CryEngine for Lumberyard may play a part. Crytek employees being employed by CIG seems to have caused various conflicts of interests too. Interestingly, I saw a comment from June of 2014 when Star Citizen was still using the CryEngine from Erin Roberts, director of the Foundry 42 UK studio developing the game. Basically, he said in regards to CryEngine ownership and any future issues with Crytek potentially collapsing, because at the time there was a worry that they'd go entirely bankrupt Crytek. Erin typed, "We did an outright buyout of the engine last year," which would have been 2013, "and we have the source code, so while we hope that all the noise about Crytek blows over, as they are great partners and friends to the project, if the worst happened, we would be okay, as we've already branched the engine and have a large team that is adding features and supporting it every day here at CIG. So even in the worst case scenario, we should be fine, but obviously we hope it doesn't come to that." As I was recording this, it looks like CIG issued a response to Massively OP's article stating, "We are aware of Crytek's complaint having been filed in the US District Court. CIG hasn't used the CryEngine for quite some time since we switched to Amazon's Lumberyard. This is a meritless lawsuit that we will defend vigorously against, including recovering from Crytek any costs incurred in this matter. A good amount of these cases are just about getting some money through settlements, and if Crytek had these agreements with CIG, then CIG could generally be at fault and have to pay over some money. Though according to my understanding, Crytek, other than payment and damages, also wanted a permanent injunction preventing the use of any of their copyrighted materials that have been used in the development of Star Citizen and Squadron 42. Whether this means they try and halt further development of the game is an interesting one, as it's moved over to the Lumberyard Engine, though it certainly would affect the project if this was the case. Another oddity is that the game hasn't been released yet. It's a crowd-funded endeavour, and it's still being developed. Normally companies would wait until a game is released with sales before going going after them. I shall continue to follow and cover any further developments with how the action progresses, links to all sources below. Every month we have a giveaway for a ship in Star Citizen. For December it's the Orion mining vessel, donated by our featured org Selfmade, an organisation looking at all types of gameplay with a lawful neutral stance and focusing on developing yourself as an individual in the verse and not being a dick to others. Links below if you want to join them. They're active now and will be active with 3.0 Alpha 2. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that Orion is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my Star Citizen videos during the month. Any questions about Alpha 3.0 or Star Citizen development, or about the current drama, I suppose, but please put pitchforks away, because I don't think it's a pitchforky matter. Let's just see where it goes. A special thank you to my Patreons, who allow me to create the amount of content I do. If you're interested in becoming one of them, then please find the links to Patreon down below, as well as everything else we've talked about. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.